Hey, welcome back. Week 21, video 2. This week we're talking about know your people, and this video is all about knowing your employees. In video 1, we talked about knowing yourself, and in video 3, we're going to talk about knowing your customers. Let's dig into knowing your employees. I think this is the most important one. I really do. And if you listen to the audio file, then you know that. Your employees represent so much of your company to the customer. If you have employees, right? If you're a solopreneur, then you are your employee. But when you have employees, they're the voice of your business to your customers. They're the ones that are selling. They're the ones doing customer service. They're the ones that your customers recognize and are dealing with. And so understanding how your employees work, what motivates them, what their career path looks like, how they treat people, how they respond to stress, all of those things are really important. They're vitally important to your business. So knowing your employees and how they're going to respond under conditions, how they're going to show up to work on the Monday after a Super Bowl, how they're going to interact with each other, how they're going to take direction from leadership, all of that, it plays into what your business becomes. So, really sitting down, having conversations, not just surface level conversations, but actual conversations where you get to know them and you get to know what motivates them. You want to understand all of that. It makes it so much easier to run a successful business if you understand your employees. Do they want a career path? Are they just looking for a job? What what's happening with their home life? And you don't have to get super personal with them, but you do want to understand, like, are there stressors at home that are coming into play at work? And is there anything that you can do to help with those stressors? And most times employees aren't going to come to you and tell you that information. So you've got to have conversations. And if your company is bigger, right? If you've got like 30 or 40 people and you're already at the point where you can't really do that with every employee, then you need to know that you've got some downline managers who are having those conversations. Excuse me. You don't want to just let your employees like just kind of flip in the wind, right? You want to be able to help them to understand them, and somebody needs to know how things are going for them. So there's a lot of ways that you can get to know your employees without having to be their best friends. If you're doing one-on-ones, weekly one-on-ones, or with your employees, or if your managers are doing them, then it's important that your managers are spending time getting to know them, or that you're spending time during those one-on-ones. Use the time to just understand, ask questions, dig a little deeper. And again, you don't have to be super personal. You don't have to know like what the history of their dating history, or how things are in their marriage, but you do want to know enough to know, is there anything where it's going to cause stress in their job, where they're going to be treating either their fellow employees or customers in a manner that you don't really want happening inside of your company. So understand, have conversations, just get to know them, and then know their strengths and weaknesses, right? So this, like, you can improve on those strengths and weaknesses through quarterly goal setting. And we talked about that in a previous session, like really, really working on their goals and helping your employees to become stronger employees, but also knowing if they have a weakness where they don't really enjoy doing, public speaking, or they're not great at sales, or they're not great at customer service. Like, understand where those strengths and weaknesses are, so you can either pivot them away from doing those roles, or you can help them improve on those. And that's really a choice. And if it's a very small business, you probably have to help them improve on the weaknesses, because everybody kind of pitches in to do everything. But if you're a bigger company, then you can get away with maybe not having to have everybody be strong in every area. But as part of a career path, it's really good to help them work on those areas. Um, and then you want to make sure that you've got the right people in the right roles, right? So if you understand your employee strengths and weaknesses, you know better where to position them in the company and what their career path looks like. And honestly, having the right people in the right roles, like what that means in combination with knowing your people, you're going to operate more efficiently. You're going to be able to build career paths for people, which means they're going to stay with you longer. you're going to have your customers are going to have a better experience because your employees are going to be happier employees. If employees are doing jobs they love and they're really good at, and they know that the management team, whether that be just you or their direct manager, cares about them, then they're going to perform better. And that's going to translate for your customers, and your customers are going to be happier. And then also you're going to have that higher employee satisfaction. So they're more likely to refer other people to come and work for you. So knowing your employees does a lot of really good things for your company. And it just starts with sitting down and having some conversations and understanding where their strengths and weaknesses lie and how you can help them improve and what they want to do for a career path. So don't sleep on this step. You really want to take advantage of knowing your employees and see what you can do to help them become even better employees. All right, we'll see you in video 3.